Hey everyone, I'm Jay and I do stuff. Welcome all to this new Jpresentsstuff. Here I will be going over new and ongoing projects I'm working on. Admittedly, progress has been a bit slow over the past couple months due to personal reasons, but now I'm back with a brand new overlay and avatar. So without further ado, here's a quick and important update. In an attempt to be more original and stand out more, I've decided to undergo some rebranding for this channel. The direct presentations will now be known as Jpresentsstuff. It'll still play out pretty much the same as always, just a new name and overlay. In addition to that, my Dumping Thought series, where I go off about different ideas I have for different series of games and anything else I'm into, will now go by Idea Dump. It even has a neat little icon to go with it. So with that, here's hoping my channel and content will continue to pick up even more now that I have more original aesthetics. Now that I've got that big announcement done and over with, I'd like to go over some previously announced projects and provide some much needed updates. There's quite a few things I've talked about having interest in, but unfortunately things come up and I can't do everything at once. I'd like to get everything done at once, but I'm only one person. That being said, know that I never want to cancel anything and that everything gets done one way or another. So let's go over these through a series of headlines. He'll still be there. I've gone over this for a few years now, but I announced that I was planning out a Sonic animatic. It's still gonna happen, but currently I'm planning on having it be a single episode special for the time being. I want to do a full series at some point, but I guess Sonic hasn't been a super high priority for me these days. It also doesn't help that other Sonic fan content gets marked for babies. That being said, I'll make progress when I make progress. A complete rewrite. Before announcing my latest animatic remake, my plan was to get to work on the next episode of Jay and Porygon, my Pokemon animatic. After doing some thinking, I've decided to go back and rewrite a majority of the script, just to adjust some things and add more character details. This episode in question will take inspiration from the old, obscure Pokemon Live musical. It'll start production after the animatic remake. More Pokemon! In addition to Jay and Porygon, I also plan on making another Pokemon series based on the original Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green games. There are plenty of concepts for episodes, it's just a matter of getting to drawing the slides. This series will mostly be a bunch of shorter episodes akin to my earlier episodes of Kirby's Adventures in Dreamland. The games I like. In the last general presentation, I talked about doing discussion-based videos about certain games that I like. Here's a couple updates on those. One of those videos I alluded to was Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Episode 2 specifically. I still plan on doing that, but I think I'll hold off on that until after the upcoming Sonic Superstars comes out. Because I feel they both have similar vibes to the kind of Sonic game I'd like, ideally. There really aren't any bad Kirby games, just mediocre ones. Joking aside, fans are typically in agreement that remakes of classic, core series Kirby entries are some of the best in the series. Except for Kirby's Adventures remake, Nightmare in Dreamland apparently. Here I will be going over why I love Nightmare in Dreamland and why I personally prefer it over the original Kirby's Adventure. These new videos will be put into production whenever I can find time. Now I'd like to go over some newer, more substantial announcements. First, take a look at this. I posted a little teaser for this ages ago, but finally I'm starting to get around to making my first series of YouTube shorts, Famiverse. This'll be a series of short sprite animations featuring characters and places from old school NES/Famicom games. As previously stated, these will be released as YouTube Shorts, meaning each episode will be less than a minute long and will have this squished view to them. But given the smaller scale aspect ratio of these old games, I think it'll work out better in the long run. The first of these shorts will be a compilation of old Mega Man clips I made over a decade ago, but never did anything with. This short will be released shortly after this presentation. In addition to the new Famiverse short series, here's a look at a new animatic project I'm working on. As I announced earlier this year, my next animatic video project will be a complete revamp of this old, educational Japanese kanji video featuring the stories and characters from Mario and Kirby. I did do a redraw of the Kirby portion long ago, but this time I'll be redrawing both Mario and Kirby stories, translating and adapting the stories into English, and of course fully voicing the segments from the new dialogue. I don't have a specific time frame on when I want to get all this done, hopefully by the end of this year at the latest. There's just so many things I need to get done, but so little time and energy to actually do them. Over the past couple months or so, I've been growing more and more fixated over a little 3D platformer by Ubisoft featuring a guy with no arms and legs known as Ed. You might have heard about the game Tonic Trouble on Nintendo 64. A few people on here have talked about it, but not a whole lot of those people mention the version of the game on PC. And no, it's not on Steam. This was way before its time. I'd really like to make a discussion-based video in the near future diving into this Rayman wannabe that's made by the same people, talking about the setting and world while also exploring the differences between the game on N64 and PC. There's quite a few differences. Keep a lookout for this discussion video coming sometime soon. I've only streamed on YouTube a couple times this past year, but I'd really like to do more. How frequently though, I'm not sure. My very first stream on YouTube was a variety of retro games on my Famicom Classic. I would really like to continue doing more grab bag streams on this little thing. I have so many more games on it that I'd love to show off. There are other games I'd like to stream like the aforementioned Tonic Trouble and even my Pokemon Pink hack. But the Famicom Classic is my current priority streaming-wise. So I hope you all look forward to it as I've poured a lot of time and effort into this little thing. One of the games on my Famicom Classic is a completely translated English version of the Famicom Disk System version of Kid Icarus. There are English patches for other classic disc games like Zelda and Metroid, but no one has bothered with Kid Icarus. So I took it into my own hands. I've pretty much translated everything I could find in the code, but now I need to playtest it to see if all the text shows up properly and is readable. This is where you, the viewer, comes in. If there is anyone who has the skill and patience to play through the original Kid Icarus, as I don't, I'd greatly appreciate if you could help playtest it and provide any screenshots of the various screens of text from the game. Examples being from various shops, training rooms, and ending. If you want to help, shoot me an email. My email address will be provided in the description. Tell me you want to help and I'll provide you with the translation patch. Whatever screens of text you find, whether it be legible or not, please screenshot it and send it to me in another email. If the translation is flawless, I'm thinking about releasing it on romhacking.net as I feel this would be significant enough to warrant putting up on there as opposed to my other small graphical hacks. With so many animatic projects under my belt, it can be a little overwhelming at times trying to get them done in a sooner fashion. I have so many ideas, but so little time and energy to get them done at once. Here's a look at my current priority schedule for animatic videos. First up, I'm currently in the process of making the slides for the Mario and Kirby redraw. Both stories are relatively short, so it shouldn't take too long to get them done. In theory. After that, I really do want to get back to work on Jay and Porygon again. It's been too long since the last episode, and I'd like to be known for more than just Kirby content. As for what's after, I probably should get to work on making Pokemon RGB, but it really depends on which way the ADHD drags me into at any moment. Finally, while I do have plenty of episode ideas for Kirby, it's currently not very high in terms of immediate priority. Same goes for the Sonic special. Alrighty, that about wraps it up for this segment of Jpresentsstuff. Thank you all for your continued support, and stay tuned for more stuff in the future. Thank you so much for watching the video. Want to be notified when I upload another? Just click the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it. I'd love for my stuff to be seen by everyone possible.